Istanbul, where Europe and Asia blend seamlessly, is not only a geographical crossroads but also a junction of great civilizations spanning thousands of years. Formerly known as Constantinople, this city once served as the capital of three mighty empires, the Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. This unique combination has created a rich and deep cultural heritage, making Istanbul a multi-dimensional city where every corner tells a story of its glorious and profound history. When discussing the history of Istanbul, one cannot overlook Emperor Constantine the Great, who founded the city in 330 AD. With strategic foresight, he was determined to transform Istanbul into a significant center of the empire by rapidly increasing the city's population and influence. In just 2 years, from 324 to 326 AD, Istanbul's population soared from about 1,500 to 50,000 people, thanks to the migration of people from various parts of the world. This explosive growth turned Istanbul into a new imperial capital, playing a crucial role in the city's prominence. Today, Istanbul is home to approximately 15 million people, making it one of the most populous cities in the world. For 188 years, Istanbul has been a hub of cultural and religious convergence, surpassing cities like New York or London, which only recently became multicultural. Surprisingly, despite its enormous population, Istanbul remains green and free from the pollution one might expect. The wide streets lined with greenery and beautiful parks create a refreshing living environment, comparable to other major cities like London, Paris, or Madrid, even though Istanbul's population far exceeds these places. Not only is Istanbul remarkable for its environment, but it also stands out with its international airport, welcoming around 65 million passengers annually, making it one of the largest air hubs in the world. Although it hasn't yet surpassed Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in the United States, which handled 93.7 million passengers in 2023, Istanbul's airport remains a significant point on the global aviation map. Geographically, Istanbul is impressive with the Bosphorus Strait connecting the Black Sea to the Sea of Marmara, along with small coastal islands perfect for weekend getaways. The city's public transportation system is highly comprehensive, including a rapidly expanding network of metro, buses, minibuses, and taxis. With an Istanbul card, you can easily access all these modes of transport, including ferries. Interestingly, taking a ferry in Istanbul is not just a means of transportation, but also a unique tourist experience. Many people do not just sit during the ferry ride. Instead, they enjoy the sea and birds, even tossing simit, a Turkish bread, to them. This is how Istanbul residents relieve stress and enjoy the city's fresh air. Living in Istanbul offers a unique experience, as if you are simultaneously living in both Paris and Cairo, where the best and the worst of both Western and Middle Eastern cultures blend. Napoleon once said that if the world were a single country, Istanbul would undoubtedly be its capital. The city is vibrant with countless bars and nightclubs, where people mostly dress and behave like Westerners. Men are passionate about football, while women are obsessed with shopping. Although women here are not as liberated as in the West, they still enjoy more freedom compared to most other parts of the Middle East. Dating is a common practice in this society. At the same time, you will see mosques and hear the call to prayer 5 times a day. Istanbul is also a relatively safe city, even safer than many Western cities when walking at night, as there are fewer people causing trouble or seeking conflict. However, women should be cautious when walking alone, especially regarding the common risk of handbag snatching. But generally, after some time living here, you may easily forget that you are in a foreign country. It is important to note that Istanbul's population is not limited to Turks. The city has become overwhelmed by the influx of foreign immigrants, exceeding its capacity. Many Turks prefer to see more tourists rather than additional foreign settlers. For instance, if you travel from the European side to the Asian side of Istanbul, you will notice the significant presence of people with Middle Eastern origins. This is evident not only from their appearance, but also from their broken Turkish. While Turks may be impatient when it comes to traffic, they are very persistent and hard-working in their daily lives. Despite economic challenges, many still run their own businesses, waking up early each day to open their shops and work tirelessly to sell their products. Most stores in Istanbul focus on food and beverages, but you will also find many gift shops, carpet stores, and clothing stores. However, like many other places worldwide, most shops in Istanbul close on Sundays, and the narrow streets are usually empty due to high gas prices and traffic issues. People here often use the metro and city buses to commute to work. Additionally, cars in Turkey are quite expensive compared to other parts of Europe. For example, while in Europe, you can buy a new luxury car for $50,000, in Turkey, a similar car starts at least $100,000. When purchasing a car in Turkey, you also have to pay taxes equivalent to the car's value. A characteristic habit of Turks that you will easily notice in Istanbul is smoking. If you stop and ask, 8 out of 10 adults will likely admit to smoking. In Turkey, many people start smoking before the age of 18, and often continue this habit throughout their lives, making it extremely difficult to quit. Moreover, Turks are known for their adaptability and flexibility. When you are a foreigner living in Istanbul, they generally do not interfere with your lifestyle. However, there are certain values that they are very sensitive to, and you need to respect them. One of the most important values is respect for Islam and Muslims. If you come from abroad and do not respect these values, you probably won't stay here for long. Although Turkey is generally not overly religious, the population is deeply connected to their faith, with about 99% of the population identifying as Muslim. Turks also have deep respect for historical leaders such as Fatih Sultan Mehmet and the founder of the Republic of Turkey, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. Particularly, Atatürk is regarded as the founding father of the modern nation, and insulting his legacy is illegal, leading to serious consequences regardless of your age. This is why you will see many statues of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk throughout Turkey, and showing disrespect toward these statues can land you in legal trouble. Respect and admiration for national heroes and founders are not unique to Turkey. Many other countries have similar attitudes toward their influential historical figures. However, the extent to which this respect is codified into law in Turkey, with strict legal repercussions for any perceived disrespect, is quite remarkable. As a result, it can be said that Turks are deeply devoted to their religion and patriotism. If you follow their customs and traditions, you will be warmly welcomed. However, in Turkey, particularly in Istanbul, there is also a deep admiration for luxury and wealth. High-end brands are highly valued here. The desire for a luxurious lifestyle and the ability to display wealth are significant aspects of Turkish society. From a young age, people here admire the lives of the wealthy, including high-end fashion brands, luxury cars, and opulent homes. Status and prestige associated with the ability to afford and showcase these symbols of wealth are highly regarded in Turkish culture. When it comes to alcohol consumption, the Turkish government imposes high taxes on alcoholic beverages, making them expensive to limit public alcohol use. As a result, many people cannot afford to buy alcohol. However, despite Islam forbidding the consumption of alcohol, it is still quite common in Turkey, especially in the more secular Western regions and tourist areas. Those who are addicted often make homemade drinks to maintain their habit. Regarding cuisine, Istanbul is a melting pot of diverse flavors from all over Turkey. The rich culinary traditions inherited from the Ottoman Empire have given Turks a strong sense of their own cuisine. This blend has led to the creation of iconic dishes like kebabs, dolma, baklava, and Turkish coffee, so they do not need to look elsewhere for inspiration. Visitors to Istanbul who come to try Turkish dishes are never disappointed, as Turkish cuisine is consistently ranked among the world's best. For instance, it is common for people to gather at restaurants on weekends to enjoy a lavish buffet-style breakfast. The table is filled with various dishes, and they spend a good part of the day leisurely enjoying breakfast with their loved ones. If there's one thing that tourists cannot miss when visiting Istanbul, it's undoubtedly Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. Hagia Sophia, once a museum, has been reconverted into a mosque in recent years. The Blue Mosque, with its 6 towering minarets, is a magnificent architectural structure. These two landmarks face each other, and the space between them has been turned into Sultanahmet Square, a must-see for any visitor to Istanbul. This area is well-maintained and clean, reflecting the Turkish desire to present their most valuable sites in the best possible way to visitors from abroad. In Istanbul, one thing is universally common. The locals are very friendly toward foreigners and even smile when they see a camera. They enjoy helping you, chatting with you, and learning where you're from. Almost every shop has someone sitting outside enjoying tea, and they are happy to offer you a cup. Afterward, they'll likely find a common topic to continue the conversation. However, if you are a refugee from places like Syria, Afghanistan, or Pakistan, their attitude might not be as welcoming. As reported in the news, many Turks expressed dissatisfaction with the large number of refugees currently in the country. Istanbul is one of the cities most affected by this issue, and shop owners here seem overwhelmed by the increasing number of refugees. Generally, Turks do not have positive feelings toward those who directly or indirectly harm their homeland, regardless of where they come from. Istanbul is also facing a serious water issue, with refugees sharing the city's water resources with local residents. Many of these refugees receive state support, but some also compete with locals for jobs, often working for lower wages. This has led to conflicts in public order in certain areas and frequent issues in rental situations. Istanbul and Turkey, in general, are shouldering a significant part of the global refugee crisis. As a result, Istanbul residents may have prejudices and be unwelcoming toward those who are not tourists and hold refugee status. This situation has been ongoing for 13 years, and there are currently no concrete plans for the permanent return of these refugees. Not only is Turkey grappling with the refugee issue, but it is also enduring a severe inflation crisis, with product prices rising by more than 100% each year. Meanwhile, wage increases, if any, fall far short of inflation, leading to increased stress levels among the population. Shop owners struggle to keep up with high rent and taxes, while consumers find it increasingly difficult to access essential goods. The current minimum wage in Turkey is only about $570 per month, making it one of the lowest in the world. Because wages rarely keep pace with inflation, people's purchasing power either stagnates or declines. For example, in affluent neighborhoods in Istanbul, rent can easily exceed 20,000 Turkish lira, which is over $700. With half the population working for minimum wage, many people in this city are struggling to meet their daily needs. In conclusion, Istanbul, with all its unique characteristics and challenges, is truly a city of contrasts and harmonies. From its glorious past as the capital of 3 great empires to its present-day complexities with social and economic issues, Istanbul is not just a tourist destination but a place for deep reflection on human adaptation and change. This city is not only a bridge between 2 continents, but also a bridge between the past and the future, between tradition and modernity. For those who visit, Istanbul promises a rich and profound experience, where every street, every person, has its own story to tell. A perfect blend of the best and most challenging aspects of life. Thank you for watching Trip Life. If you found this video helpful and interesting, please hit like, share, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our upcoming explorations. Leave a comment below and share with us the places you'd like us to explore in future videos. See you on our next journey with Trip Life.